Within the last month or so, we had noticed a leaked list of Funko NFT sets for 2025. And although that marks up to a total of 21 sets that are set to release in 2025, I do think that there's going to be more than what's listed there to possibly come out in the new year. I'm DK Wrestler, and in today's video, I'm going to be predicting 5 sets that I think could happen in the year of 2025. And I do want to apologize in advance that this is actually the 4th Funko NFT related video on the channel this week. Certain circumstances are delaying a video I've been wanting to do, but of course my package has been somehow out for delivery since December 7th. And so I've been waiting all week for that package to arrive, so hopefully soon that video will come up. But nonetheless, we're gonna have to put up with this video today, so let's get right to it. And so the first set I think will happen in 2025 is a Dragon Ball Z Funko NFT set. Anime has been one of, if not Funko's top selling lineup of pops in the last couple of years. And I think finally this upcoming year in 2025 may be the first year that we get an anime Funko NFT set. And I think the safe bet of that certain anime would be Dragon Ball. Now, even though I specifically said Dragon Ball Z, I do think that this set could be throughout the entire franchise. So we could see Dragon Ball Z, the OG Dragon Ball, and even Dragon Ball Super as possible redeemables for this set. Now, normally for these videos, I like to make my predictions for redeemables, but because of my lack of knowledge for this certain anime, I'm not really going to predict anything, but it makes me wonder what the royalty could be, as Freddy Funko could be many things, like Goku, Vegeta, Frieza, Beerus, who knows, but I do think we're gonna get a good surprise as terms to the first anime-related Funko NFT set, and I feel like it's going to be Dragon Ball related. Regardless of whether this would have packs around 10 or 20,000 for standards and premiums, this seems like this could be a set that sells out, leading to one day getting more animes like My Hero Academia, Demon Slayer, and in my case, Yu-Gi-Oh! To one day get Funko NFT sets. Set number 2 I think will happen is Beavis and Butthead. Beavis and Butthead got a brand new set of pops this year for the first time since the OG set back in 2013-2014. And I think because this set is already small as it is, that it could possibly be a Funko NFT set for its next wave, just like another Mike Judge related project in the form of Daria that got an NFT set this past year in 2024. And I think just like that Daria set, that this Beavis and Butthead set would be a 4 redeemable set. So I think 2 redeemables would be Beavis and Butthead when they are extremely sick in the hospital, one being a Grail and one being a Legendary. And some sets in the past have followed this trend where you take a Grail and a Legendary relating to the same thing, example being Nickelodeon Series 1, where we did get the Superhero Tommy and Superhero Chucky pops as 2 different rarities for that set. So I think that may be the same case if these redeemables were to be correct for this possible set, which I think the Butthead would be the Grail and the Beavis would be the Legendary. And then for the other 2 redeemables, I think we would get Coach Buzzcut as a Legendary and Mr. Manners as the Royalty. And I'm also basing off the fact that with the other Mike Judge related project with Daria, that there was no Freddy Funko related IP as terms to the Royalty when they went with Trent Lane. So I think it could be a character relating to that IP to be the Royalty. Set number 3 I have listed is Funko Fusion. Funko released a video game called Funko Fusion a few months back, and they have been promoting the hell out of it with waves of common and exclusive pops, even a limited piece count set of pops for New York Comic Con this past year. Now you're probably thinking, how could they pull off a Funko Fusion set of NFTs when a lot of that set is relating to different licensors? But I think that even though they are likely going to make more Funko Fusion pops in 2025, especially revealing during the Funko Fusion panel at New York Comic Con about an Invincible pop with what seems to be a bloody chase or exclusive as a part of a Wave 3 coming out in 2025. If an NFT set were to occur, they would stick with their own IP related characters in this case. So I think for the Grail, it would be a Gold Mecha Freddy, and then for the Legendaries, it would be a Skeleton Eddie Funko, Thing Proto, and a Stitch Foxo, with a Robot Freddy being the Ultra Ultra figure, and then an Eddie-fied Proto the Dog as the royalty. And it was very difficult to come up with redeemables, considering that even though I feel like it could get away with being a 4-pop set, I do feel if they were to do this, it would be a 6-pop set. Set number 4 I think may happen is the first ever WWE set of NFT pops. Now I know this seems more like a wish list set of pops for me, of course being DK Wrestler, rather than what could likely happen, but this year technically is the 40th anniversary of WrestleMania. And I know what you're already thinking, this upcoming year will be WrestleMania 41. However, we're not going to go down that route of WrestleMania 25 when they promoted the whole thing as the 25th anniversary of the show. You don't call the first ever WrestleMania as the first anniversary, you call WrestleMania 2 as the first anniversary, because that is of course 1 year after the inaugural event. So of course with WrestleMania 41, it would mark the 40th anniversary of WrestleMania. And so for the redeemables, I have listed the Grail being Hulk Hogan from WrestleMania 9, legendary pops of Stone Cold Steve Austin with his middle finger out that can be blurred, a version of Hollywood Rock when he's doing his rock concert, the prototype version of John Cena during his debut, an ultra figure of American Badass Undertaker, and then the royalty being Freddie Funko as a referee. I specifically chose those redeemables for the Grail and Legendaries because those 4 superstars are universally considered as a part of the Mount Rushmore of the WWE. Hulk Hogan, who was the face of the company during the golden era of the mid-1980s and early 1990s. Stone Cold Steve Austin, who ushered in the Attitude Era in the late 1990s and helped the company from going bankrupt while competing with WCW. The Rock, who was also the biggest star of the Attitude Era and had accomplished so much in the short time he was in the company before going to Hollywood. And of course, John Cena, who put the company on his back when both The Rock and Stone Cold were gone and was the face in 2 different eras. Someone who so happens to be having a retirement tour in 2025 and is the topic of the newest video on my other channel, Pro Wrestling What If, which you guys definitely should check out. But back on topic here. And I chose Undertaker because I feel that he was a cornerstone of all of those eras that those superstars were a part of, which makes sense as an ultra figure. And I think it's just an easy route to do the first ever referee Funko Pop in the form of using Freddie Funko in that case. So I think that would be pretty sweet if all of these ended up coming true. And of course, you know, me being DK Wrestler, I may be doing not only a 1-part, but a 2-part NFT video for this set. And then the 5th and final set that I have listed here is a Back to the Future Series 2 NFT set. In 2023, we had Series 1 of Back to the Future, showing off all 3 different movies throughout this set. And this year in 2025 does mark the 40th anniversary of the entire Back to the Future franchise. And with the recent leaked list showing a lot of Series 2 and Series 3 sets, I could see a world where Back to the Future gets added as a part of that statistic. And so for the Grail figure, I have 2015 George McFly, where he's practically upside down because his back is thrown out. Legendary pops of Lorraine from the altered version of 1985, Mad Dog Tannen, and Clint Eastwood Marty McFly, with an ultra figure of Doc Brown with the bulletproof vest from the first movie, and then the royalty being Proto the Dog as Einstein. Now, when making redeemables, I wanted to keep that tradition of showing off all 3 movies throughout this set, and there are some characters that I originally wanted to put, but with a leaked list of Back to the Future 40th anniversary pops coming out for a normal release, I do think that some of my choices that I was considering may actually be a part of this upcoming set, including a younger version of George McFly, since in Series 1 we did get the younger version of Lorraine Baines, and Clara Clayton from Back to the Future 3, considering that also we had the NFT pop of Doc Brown from the 3rd movie in the previous set. And I think it makes 100% sense if we had Proto the Dog as Einstein. It's just right there. It's probably the easiest one to do, especially since they did Freddie Funko as Doc Brown for the first NFT set, and as a pop from San Diego Comic-Con back in the early 2010s, Freddy Funko is Marty McFly for the 2021 and 2024 Box of Fun and Funko Fun Days. Plus, I'm not sure the likeliness of attempting a Franny Funko Pop for this specific royalty. Anyways, guys, that's gonna be the end of today's video, and if you enjoyed today's video of me predicting what other sets could come out in 2025 for the Funko NFTs, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know down below on what sets you think are gonna happen or you want to happen in the year of 2025, and I hope to see you guys on another video here on the channel. 1, 2, 3, I'm out of here.